with like what led up to where we are. So since it's Veterans Week, that's what kind of story out of that?
Where you like my background? Well, I'm a retired Air Force. I did a little over 20 years in the Air Force.
Thank you.
Signed up. Appreciate it. Signed up in March of '91. Retired December, actually January 1st, 2012. So I was a Air Force brat. My dad was in the Air Force. So he did also 20 years. So I guess that kind of tuned me to decide to join the military, as you could say. I did that, and I was a security police, or security, back then was security police before it became security forces. Toward the end of my career, I was a military police investigator. I did that for about 6 years. The last stint was I was in charge of the bases. I was stationed in Delaware, the bases anti-terrorism force protection. So that was a very interesting job. You get a lot of the aspect of different types of threats and stuff like that. So you kind of help change the posture of the base to make sure that we deter those type of threats. So that was a different part of the job that was very interesting. And we were like number one, all the AMC. We have different types of their AMC, air combat command, air mobility command, all the different sides of the Air Force. And the base that we were at, we were number one for our command for deterring, being, I don't want to say entrepreneurship, but more of being the person that had do things. So that was it. Then after that, retired. It took me a year to find a job, if not. I was in the middle of getting hired at the Castle Police Department, Northern part of Delaware. But by the time I would have been able to get to my academy date, when I was getting selected, I was passing everything. But I left the polygraph, and then I went on my academy date within a year and a half. Before I organized, I was like, I can't survive on being a single parent. I can't survive being my son. I can't survive because my military pension alone. My brother was working at the federal prison up here, as a unit manager up here, and so we decided to put your resume in for federal prison. So it took me a year to get hired by them. Oh, exactly. The way I looked at it was whoever gave me the job offer first, is the one I'm going to go with, and they gave me the first job offer. And I was doing that for the past 3 years. During those 3 years, it went from, I was a senior NCO in the military, so I was kind of management level, and I knew I had to start from the bottom again to work my way up. But I thought that with the federal prison system, I thought the camaraderie would be there, and I didn't feel it was the same like the military. I expected it to be a little bit less, but I thought it would be a little more compared to any other job. I thought with them, with corrections officers, I thought the camaraderie would be, but I didn't feel that. So I decided, that I got to do something else. It's not for me. I was missing the camaraderie type stuff and all that. And so I looked up J-Dog. J-Dog, actually, I met him. The CEO is Jerry Flanagan. I met him in 2011 when I was getting ready to retire. I had a veteran job fair in Philadelphia. And this is when he first started franchising out. But at that time, financially, I was in the middle of divorce, so financially I wasn't capable of getting the finances to be able to do that business venture. And one of the requirements back then was you need to have get a Humvee or a Jeep, because I was a military image. Well, guess what? If I can't get a loan because of my financially and not set up for it yet. So, but I decided to look them up again, and one of the things on their website was a pickup truck. So I was like, wait a minute, maybe they changed. And I had a Ford F-150, and so I went ahead and emailed them and said, could we inquire a little more information. They gave me a call the next day, and first thing I asked was, so you guys don't need a Humvee or a Jeep anymore? And they changed it to where it's like, no, you don't. As long as you have a vehicle that can tow a trailer, then we'll approve it. Like, oh, okay.
That's good.
So then, so then I went ahead and, said, I'll get more information, and then next thing you know, it started in July when I started inquiring. And then I signed up in, actually October is when I actually signed up, and I didn't officially do my grand opening until December 9th of last year.
Okay. Yeah, that's impressive. It's a good background. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what J-Dog is. So we kind of know your history, what led up to where we are now. So let's talk about your company itself.
We're a junk removal. We're a professional junk removal and hauling service. We provide basically one item moves to full state cleanouts, both residential and commercial. We're the only one that provides not only just junk removal, decluttering type stuff for your business or for your residents, but we also provide labor services. So that makes us a little bit different compared to like our competitors, like 1-800-GOT-JUNK or Junk King and all those others. They don't provide labor service. And what we mean by that is, let's say we go to a family. I did a job actually a couple of weeks ago where they want to sell their home, but the realtor comes in and says, "You need to clutter this home because we can't show this. There's too much stuff here." So but they were so overwhelmed after 40 years living in this home. People collect a lot of things throughout their years, and they just emotionally they need help in slowly getting rid of this stuff. So what we could provide also, and I've done it, is we could tackle the rooms. We could provide our services where we could tackle rooms one at a time. Don't have to be all at once. And then we can help sort it. So, you can hire us to provide where we come in and say, this, for example, the basement. So we'll bring up boxes. We'll show it to you. We'll open it up if we feel that it's something that's valuable or sentimental. We'll ask you if you want to give it, donate it, whatever the case might be. And we'll sort out piles, per se. So we'll have a donation pile that we try to donate. We either donate, refurbish, recycle most of the items. And I've been fortunate enough, I've been almost 90% of the stuff that I do get, I've been able to donate, recycle it in a way that someone else can use it before it actually goes to the landfill, as we call it. Yeah. But lucky for us up here in New Hampshire, we have transfer stations. They do recycle most of the stuff too, so it's not like it's going straight into a landfill. We do separate like wood piles and all that. So at least for the most part, we're able to recycle most of the stuff in one way or the other. So that's what makes us a little bit different and unique. It's mainly that labor side. So like we also provide, I'm helping where we can move stuff. So we can haul stuff to where, say you're moving houses and you get the heavy stuff behind, and you already got all the other stuff you did yourself with the U-Haul truck, your family did, but then the big heavy stuff you need help with that. So we can provide services to help. You hire us to help you move the heavy stuff.
No, that's really good. So I know J-Dog itself has to be owned by a veteran. Are all the employees veterans as well?
Yes, we're not required to have. It's not a requirement that says you will have to hire a veteran. It depends on your local market. But you're encouraged to hire your workers, and that's most of the veterans that all the franchises' mindset is we're going to hire work with veterans anyway. Yeah. So so we like for me, I use guys from the Liberty House, Veteran Transition Home up in Manchester. I've been working with the VA hospital with the Compensated Workers Therapy Program, CWT program. So, and then of course we use like ESGR, Employee Services, Guard and Reserve and stuff. So my goal is to, when I'm ready to expand, is to hire a full-time, be a veteran that will, and that's something that most of our franchises are looking at. We're all going to hire veterans anyway. So that's what makes us really different in that aspect.
I like that because the veteran community oftentimes needs help.
Right. Yes, there is.
And a lot of times they're afraid to ask for help or just don't to begin with.
Well, it's the pride thing, I think. It's more of the pride. Yeah. You serve the country and everything, and you got that mindset. And you don't need any help from anyone. You're able to handle it yourself, and sometimes you do need some help. You just have to be willing to ask for it or seek it out. That's the thing. Yeah, I know one thing. Like for us, I can't quote for other franchises. Talking to some other ones, I don't think they get the same support that we do in reference to our corporate level or headquarters level. We do once a month. We have which I just got off this morning. We do a teleconference once a month, and they're very concerned, or they could reach out to us to let us know, hey, how's everything going? Do you need any help from us? They're always helping, to make sure that your business thrives in your location. So they're always reaching out and keeping tabs of checking to see if there's anything that they could do at their level to help us out. And they're always seeking, like we just got awarded better VSOB, I think it's called, is we're now authorized to bid on government contracts now. So we just got approval of that. Corporate level did all the paper, all the background, everything that they needed to get us the DUN number to be able to we're now able to bid on government contracts. So
that's a good step.
So
that's a big step.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a long process, especially for a regular company trying to get into the build. I know that's a very long, at least probably for our angle, probably a lot of us, we're all military veteran on and on. We already had security clearance at one time.
Yeah.
So I think that probably made it a little bit easier for them to approve us. So yeah, so that's something that's started. And one thing that with JDog, we're changing it, and JDog's going to be the brand name that everyone knows as military veteran owned and operated. They're going to start branching out. Like we're just starting out a new rollout now. They're doing a test phase now. We're starting to provide JDog handyman service. So one thing about this company or this franchise is that we're slowly going to expand to where your skill set of what you might have done in the military is able to. You could find a business model that might be suitable to what you're used to. So their big picture, their bigger goal is they're going to want to be able to provide JDog plumbing, JDog electrician, besides junk removal. If you want to be a landscaper, whatever the case might be, and that's their vision. Is more JDog's going to be the name brand, and then we're going to be able to provide different types of services. Yeah. And stuff like that. So especially a lot of the military guys that might have a different type of skill set. Like I don't want to do junk removal. Maybe you might have been a computer guy or whatever. So maybe you could get into JDog technology, whatever case they went.
Yeah. So
that's something that's their vision, and that's what they're hoping. And we're just now started. We're just doing the testing right now for JDog Handyman, and at the corporate levels in Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And so they just started JDog Handyman right there, and they're doing the test phase right now. And in a couple of months, then they're going to offer that to all the franchises if you want to buy into that type of service. You can add that to your, JDog empire, as you say.
That's really impressive. So, I didn't realize the company was moving in that direction. That's awesome, especially like you said, in conjunction with the VA and some of the other veteran communities. That's huge. It's really good. I'm glad there's a lot of community support.
Compared to back then during the Vietnam era, even when my dad came back from the Vietnam War and everything, the support system of the American people wasn't there. Where at least now, I think, even if the American people may not support what's going on overseas, but they do support the military people that are on orders from the President of the United States to do that. So. So at least they're still supporting the veterans that are coming back, in reference to that aspect. So I've been fortunate enough. I know the community here, and everything. They do support veterans up here, and everything. And I always feel welcome whenever they know that I'm a veteran-owned and operated junk removal service. So that's so they I had it to where they hired me just because I was a veteran, not because So that's kind of nice to know that.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Okay, so I guess we know your past, what you do. We already talked a little bit about what we plan on going as far as possibly starting to hire like full-time workers. So what are some of our goals for the future?
Well, my goals for the future, I'm hoping within the next within the year is what I was hoping. I mean, my year's not up yet. I'm hoping to at least be able to hire a full-time employee. So that way I could get myself to where I want to get another vehicle, another trailer, to expand, to be able to start reaching out to Northern Mass area, to start expanding my business is basically what I'm looking at. Once I'm able to get where I can start getting full-time crews, I guess you could say, to keep me from having to always be out on the job, to where I could come out and do more networking and supporting the community. Like, I'm big on helping, events. So, for example, like this past weekend, we supported the Boy Scouts Troop 424 yard sale. So I helped, pick up stuff for free and donate, and drop it off. And I provide a service to where at the end, whatever they did sell, I would load up our trailer and we would take it to Goodwill to donate it to Goodwill and all that. That way it just wasn't, so we did that for free. We supported that. We support a lot of different, like yesterday we supported Nashville. We supported the Positive Street Art event that they had down there. So we help haul tables and stuff like that, help set up, and then we also help with tear down after the event, and we provide those, we did that for free. And so, like I said, we're big in trying to promote, that helps promote, show the community that we're supporting the community, and we're giving back in a way that, we're not here looking for, hey, we're trying to make money on everything we do. We're trying to, get our name out there and everything, and show that we're also here to support the community.